What if I can guarantee you to have the league's top goal scorer and guarantee Champions League qualification? Well, this tactic guarantees just that. Welcome to my first tactics video and welcome to the channel. Let's jump straight in. I've tested this tactic in 4 leagues within Europe, and trust me, it works. Oh, it works very well. While you're watching this video, if there's anything that you do like, please do drop a like, consider subscribing. I'm aiming for 100 subs, so fingers crossed we'll get there soon, eh? Anyways, let's jump straight in with Tottenham. Now, I'm sure you'll agree, finishing 3rd place with Tottenham Hotspur is quite the achievement. Finishing above City, Chelsea, Man United, it's something Tottenham fans can only dream of. And if I'm honest, it's kind of unrealistic. Sorry Spurs fans, but that's the truth. The squad themselves performed incredibly well, as you would expect. Harry Kane in particular, banging in 42 goals in 46 games. I know he's after Shearer's record, and with this kind of form, he's not going to be far away. But it wasn't just Harry Kane who was banging in the goals. Pretty much all of our forward midfield players, in Dele Alli, Heung-min Son, and Lucas Moura, all chipping in with 9, 16 and 17 goals respectively. On top of that, the assists created with this tactic is just phenomenal. Everyone in the squad, barring a couple of centre-halves, got assists. 16 for Moura, 14 for Son, 11 for Højbjerg playing in midfield. Can't be sniffed at. This tactic works wonders. So we've seen all the goals flying in, but Hugo Lloris finished the season with 21 clean sheets. And if you've ever played as Tottenham in this year's FM, you'll know that their centre-halves are terrible. So for Hugo Lloris to get 15 clean sheets, 21 in total throughout the whole season, something's working well. However, even though this tactic is very, very good, it can't stop Spurs being, well, Spursy. They bowed out in the quarterfinals of the Euro Cup and the FA Cup. In the Carabao Cup, well, they got turned over by Man City. But those trophies don't really matter, because Tottenham Hotspur are back in the Champions League. Now that is something that seemed a million miles away at the start of this season. Now, I mentioned Harry Kane's scoring record just before, and as you can see, he's finished as the league's top goal scorer with 28 goals in the Premier League. Not only that, Hugo Lloris finished 2nd in the league with 15 clean sheets, and Harry Kane, well, he got 10 man of the matches as well. So there we go then, a very successful season with Tottenham. Now it's time to jump ship, head over to Spain, and let's check out Valencia. So Valencia, they are predicted to finish 7th at the start of the season. And where did we finish with the use of this tactic? 2nd. Valencia finished 2nd, secured Champions League football yet again, first time in many moons. And they've done it by beating some of the big boys as well, finishing above Atletico, Barcelona, even Sevilla. They've done it, and they've done it well. And again, as you'd expect, the whole squad performed very well. If we have a look at the goals here, Maxi Gomez finished with 34 in 34 games. And honestly, if he didn't get his injury during the simulation, I actually think Valencia would have won the league. Pretty much everyone else in the squad joined in on the goals too, with essentially everybody barring a goalkeeper and a right back who's never played, getting in on the goals. So overall, a very, very successful season for every single player here, really. And the assists as well, they just kept toppling up as well. Pretty much everyone in the squad has chipped in with an assist or two. Daniel Wass in particular was 17. Jose Gaya at left back with 11, and it's clear to see that this tactic creates chances, and thankfully, Maxi Gomez was putting them away. Unfortunately, there's no repeat of our goalkeeper topping the clean sheet charts. However, we did secure 10 clean sheets this season, and for Valencia, a team who is missing any real kind of quality at the back, that can't be sniffed at. 10 clean sheets, I'd take that. But thankfully, this tactic is all about controlling and scoring more than the opposition, so doesn't really matter if you don't keep a clean sheet. Chances are you'll score more than them. Anyways, enough of Spain. Let's go to France. Olympique Marseille were the team that I decided to use in France, and they were predicted to finish 4th. Now, with the help of this tactic, did we manage to topple PSG? Well, no, it's PSG. But we did manage to be best of the rest. 2nd place in the league, finishing with 80 points, way clear of Lyon and Monaco. This season has been a success. But by now, it will not come as a surprise that we have the league's top goal scorer within our team yet again. Something this tactic promotes is getting the ball to the striker. And Milik, well, he performed very well. 25 goals, tied with Mbappe. And honestly, would you rather have Mbappe or Milik? Well, this season, I'm picking Milik. We managed to score the second most amount of goals in the entire league, and we managed to make the most dribbles with 506. So it's fair to say this tactic, well, it promotes attacking play. And again, as always, when you look at the goals and assists, you will see that they are spread out completely across the squad. And that is because this tactic promotes the midfield, attack and defence to all get a chance to get the ball in the back of the net. If we look at particular Milik, we mentioned before, 35 goals. Dimitri Payet, 22 off the wing. Under with 10. And when you look at the assists, everyone in the squad managed to get one. Payet got 22, Under got 10. And it's clear to see that this tactic promotes everyone to play those beautiful through balls. So overall, a pretty successful season for Marseille. Second in the league, and we got knocked out by Man United in the Euro Cup, and then beaten by PSG in the quarter-final. So again, can't be too disheartened with that, because United and PSG, well, they're bloody good, aren't they? But to be second in France, and honestly 18 points behind PSG sounds a lot, but if you've played any seasons this year, you'll know PSG go unbeaten very, very regularly. So 80 points in Ligue 1, definitely happy with that one. Now, we'll save the best till last. To Germany we go. And here we are then, manager of Borussia Dortmund. They were the team selected for this tactic test. And as you can see, we are league champions. Now, before a ball is even kicked, Dortmund are miles away with regards to odds on winning the title. Bayern Munich, well, they are a force to be reckoned with. When you look at the past winners of the Bundesliga, Bayern, well, they've won it every year for the past 10. However, this year, well, it was different with this tactic. As you can see then, we topped the league, scoring 103 goals, only conceding 30. We only lost 4 games all year, so not a bad season at all. And I tell you who else didn't have a bad season. Old Erling Haaland here, 42 goals in the league. And check this out, he didn't even play every league game. He only played 29 in the league and still managed to bag 42. So you know it's true what I'm telling you, this tactic gets the ball to the striker, and the strikers score. 58 all season. Outrageous. And same as every other team we've tested this tactic with, goals are spread out across the entire squad. 58 for Haaland, 26 for Malin, 15 for Royce, 14 for Bellingham. And honestly, the assists are crazy as well. Royce with 19, Guerrero with 19, Bellingham with 11. Everyone in the squad gets assists. Now, I've spoken about this tactic and how good it is many, many times. I think it's time to have a look. So this is the Overpowered 4-3-3. So this is it. The overall shape is a 4-3-3. We've got 3 central midfielders. We have 3 attackers with 2 out wide. Now the idea of this tactic is to have triangles at every stage of the pitch. No matter where the ball is, every player should have at least 2 options. Say for example the ball's on the right. Meunier has Bellingham and Malin. So there's our triangle here. On the left it's the same. Guerrero, Kahn, Royce. They can pass the ball to each other. Centre halves, they've got each other and Witsel with a lovely triangle there. Up front, well, Haaland's got it. He can play a triangle with Royce and Malin. Or, for example, if he drops deep for some reason, he can play a triangle with Bellingham, Malin and himself. Like I say, there's triangles everywhere. Now, we'll get into the player instructions in a second, but the overall tactic looks something like this. The attacking width is fairly narrow. Our approach play, pass into space. We want to utilise the pace on the wings and get the opposition to turn quickly so we can counter when needed. We're going to overlap on the left but underlap on the right. I'll explain why in a second when we look at the player instructions. Focus play through the middle, play out from the back, shorter passing, higher tempo, and then when we're in the final third, whip those crosses in, work the ball into the box and run at the defence. In transition, it looks a little bit like this. Counter press when we lose the ball, counter when we win the ball, and distribute to centre backs. Now I purposely haven't picked a distribution type here, as I'm sure you're aware, if you've ever clicked roll it out, the goalkeeper just launches it up the pitch anyways. So what I've found is if you take this off, he's more likely to listen to this instruction. Out of position looks fairly standard. We're going to use the offside trap, standard line of engagement, standard defensive line, but we're going to force the opposition inside. Tighter marking, prevent short goalkeeper distribution. That's purely on so Haaland pushes up the pitch or your striker, pushes up, closes down the clearance. And if we happen to win the header, well, we're already halfway there with Haaland so close to goal. Get stuck in, of course. We want them to lose the ball and feel under pressure. And honestly, just its job. Now, player instructions, pretty much every player has one. Goalkeeper, of course, does not. He just has the standard sweeper keeper on support. Meunier on that right hand side, we have a little look here. We have sit narrower. We want him to be inside the winger when he's pushing forward with the get further forward. So how that works is Meunier is instructed to underlap on the right, so he runs up, fills this space here. So it gives us an overload moving forward. So Meunier is in here, Malin is playing out wide, so he keeps this place. Meunier is here, so then we have an extra triangle with an extra body in there, and it creates absolute chaos for the defence. The centre-backs are both ball-playing defenders on defend, no special instructions there. However, the left-back, he has a few. He has stay wider, tackle harder, and mark tighter. The stay wider is there purely because if Royce is an inside forward, he's going to spend most of his game in here, and Guerrero needs to have all of this space himself. So if he stays wider, he utilises all this extra space. Now, our midfield three are pivotal to this tactic working. Witsel, he has pass it shorter as his instruction. He keeps it short, keeps it calm, keeps it cautious, and doesn't do anything silly with it. Which means Emre Can and Bellingham, well, they can impact the game. And boy, do they. Emre Can has run wide with the ball, tackle harder, mark tighter, added onto his instructions as an advanced playmaker. The reason why run wide with ball is so when he gets it, he utilises the space out here, Royce jumps in the middle, Guerrero's on the overlap, and again we have another three here. Not quite sure why he's gone off an inside forward, but whatever. With Bellingham being a Mazzola, he's automatically going to play it out wide as well, which gives three players now, where Meunier is up here, Bellingham, Malin and Meunier have an extra small triangle here. Haaland normally makes runs across the front, and it just gives the player so many options to pass it to. So with Bellingham, as a Mazzola, he has shoot less often, tackle harder, mark tighter, all utilised. The shoot less often is on purely because Mazzolas shoot from miles away, and they just don't need to. There's always better options. Malin on the right, well, he has a plethora of instructions added on. He is going to stay wider, he's going to run wide with the ball, cross from the byline, take more risks, and this is the important one, shoot more often. You don't see that often on wingers, but with the way that we play and the amount of players that are in this position, even though he's on stay wider, he tends to drift up the pitch and then cut in at the last moment. So if there's any through balls coming from this side of the pitch, Malin is always there, and we want him to shoot because most of the time he's unmarked. And Haaland, as the advanced forward, shoot more often, tackle harder, mark tighter, and mark specific position. Now this is an interesting one. Haaland has been told to mark the centre half on the left hand side of their back four. The reason why is because if he is on this side of the pitch, it allows more space for Malin, Bellingham, Meunier to get in here, but also creates a double up with Royce and Haaland on that centre half as Royce is on the inside forward. Then when Guerrero comes up, there's 3 against 2 on the left, 3 against 2 on the right. So essentially we're playing 6v4 up front, which allows us to score plenty of goals. If you try this tactic yourself, please do drop me a tweet at GG513FM on Twitter, and I'd love to see how you get on because it's worked so well for me. Hopefully it does the same for you. Thank you very much for watching. If you would like to see more tactical videos, either breakdowns or creations, please do let me know in the comments. And if you have enjoyed the content, please do drop a like, consider subscribing, as I'm sure there's going to be more tactical videos on the way. Anyways, thank you again for watching, take it easy, and hopefully I'll see you next time.